Good afternoon, this is Paula and thank you for coming back to my channel. I'm doing a review right now for Storm Watch in a large jar. I have always been intrigued by this candle and I have never picked it up before. I don't think I've actually ever really burned it in any of its forms, so that I can recall. You know what, I take that back, it might have had like a votive in it. But it's just not been a scent that I really go after. Today, because this review is post-burn completely, as you know, I tend to have my candle lit toward the end, or at least past that halfway point when I'm usually doing a review. But it was finished before I had the chance to do that. And then this is just a little votive holder. Really, I think it must have been like a tea light holder I got from Yankee years and years ago at my favorite store that eventually closed, and I was so sad about that. But it's a cute crackle glass holder, and it has red, white, and blue, so it's kind of got me in the thinking 4th of July. So I thought I would just have this kind of going next to that. So for Storm Watch, let's get into the description, and then I will explain the notes, the top, mid, and base notes. For Storm Watch, Yankee Candle, naturally refreshing like the moist, cleansing ocean air before the storm. And the notes, before I comment on that description, let's go ahead and do the notes as well. Top notes are lemon, bergamot, and ozone. The mid notes, rose, clover, and hyacinth. Base notes, oak moss, sheer musk, and cedar. And oh guys, you know what? You're gonna have to forgive me if this is a candle that you love. I do not really have a very positive review for this. I'm so sorry to say. I do love the label. I love that. I love the old label. In fact, it's just a cool, like, lightning striking here with like a colorful sideways little lightning action there. Very beautiful, beautiful candle. But now I know why, upon smelling it in the store, that I've never actually picked it up. And this is just an example to this one of trying out a larger jar, but off of a very good deal. And what I mean by that is toward the end of the semi-annual sales, which we are in right now. It's summer 2017, and there's a semi-annual sale going on right now, and there's a coupon out in emails for $10 a jar. This would be a great way to try out this jar if it were to have been in the sale candles. And this one was in, I think it was last year, might have been the year before, but I believe it was last year. And I was kind of going for a 6 for $60 kind of thing. I thought, you know what, my husband claims he loves all the blue and green candles, and all of the fresh candles, which this is one, in which, by the way, that little fresh little mark right here, I love that it has it on these older labels. It does not have it on the newer ones. But I thought, you know what, even if I don't love it, he will love it. He will love it. And it will kind of offset all of my bakery and sweet treats and maybe my fruity candles. So plus, I just wanted to give it a good chance. Plus, think of that description. The refreshing, moist, cleansing ocean air before the storm. That sounds amazing. That sounds like almost like what Bay Breeze could be described as, or something like that. But you guys, this candle, it's too much for me. I don't believe I have ever, excuse me, used the word cloying in any of my reviews. I don't tend to burn a lot of florals, like we're talking the heavy duty florals. But this candle, oh my gosh, I almost right now have a little bit of a headache starting. Oh my gosh, I just took off this lid. You guys, I didn't even put it up to my nose. It is so strong. So in that sense, now I'm not putting that part of this candle down. This candle is not going to be a repurchase for me, but not, just to be very, very, very clear, not because of the strength of the throw. Like I said, I can smell this. The jar, I just opened it up. and can smell it even though it's like super dry. And you can see all the wick pieces down there. That's because my husband was burning this one mostly down in the downstairs bathroom, which is like on the main floor, and it can fragrance out into the hallway and up the stairs a little bit. Oh, I need to get over feeling bad about giving not a very good review. Hold on just a second here. Oh God. Okay, it's like knocking me out. The smell, like I was nervous to put up to my nose. You guys, it's way too, I don't want to know if I want to use the word cloying, but I kind of am. It's literally too strong for me to like inhale and keep it at my face. Oh my gosh, I cannot do it. I cannot. Let me go into the notes here a minute. No, first, the description. If it was like moist, cleansing ocean air, I would be so on board. Like right before the storm, but it is not. The top notes, lemon, bergamot, and ozone. If it were lemon, bergamot, and ozone, oh my gosh, if those were like the three notes, the top, mid, and base or something, I think I would be all over this candle. Because I think it's when we get into the next level, the mid notes. Rose, clover, and hyacinth. Oh my gosh. I almost think I could even handle a rose candle over this one. It is just me, and I'm probably in the minority here. I will admit it, because I know that this is a favorite of so many people. In fact, this is like a total go-to, like a when in doubt candle for many, many people. So please don't be put off by my review. Please just know maybe this is just a really overly strong, intense version of it. Or maybe it's just all the oils accumulated at the base, and I sometimes keep my candles too long. So maybe that's what I'm smelling at the moment. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Okay, so the clover, there might be some green note in there. When I think of like clover, candles with clover in them, I think, oh no, that is like a little flower. Forgive me, that's not like a grassy scent. So you've got like three notes of flowers right there. The base notes, oak moss. Oh, I could totally do oak moss. But the sheer musk, which I actually normally like, and cedar, which I also normally love, but they're intense and they are strong, you guys. So I think the combination of the rose, hyacinth, musk, and cedar, and maybe even the bergamot, which can also be intense, but like in a good citrusy, awesome sort of way. I think the combination makes it something I cannot do. I almost wonder if maybe I'm allergic to one of those things in this combination. Like it's just not hitting me correctly. So a lot of my reviews are really like gushing. Like reviews of candles that I'm in love with, and you can totally tell. So in case anybody was wondering if I only give positive reviews, I don't. I regret that I don't love this more. I will say this. This candle might be perfect for me in votive and tea lights. That's what I'm gonna that's gonna be my takeaway with this. This would be good for a true air freshener. Like if you're trying to cover up a bad smell perhaps, or say you've had a smoky kitchen, not a fire, but you know, sometimes some things you're trying to get rid of a smoky smell because someone left popcorn or toast in the toaster too long, or popcorn in the microwave too long or something. When my boys were younger, once in a while it would do that, and that smell would kind of linger. This would be great to kind of overcome that. So there is my review. Now, on the scent, on the smell. Now, the burning of this has, as you can see, it struggled a little bit in terms of a clean burn, but it did give very pretty wax pools all the way down. This usually did have a Illumilid on it, but not always. That would explain some of this, but most of the time it did. On the other hand, I did want to make a comment too about this. I would be willing to trade residue down the side like this I would trade out that super clean burn which still gets most of the wax all down. It's not like this is a tunneling issue. It's just a little bit of residue on the sides. If what it takes to prevent that is a real thick wick that smokes and soots like crazy, I would trade this out for that. I sometimes wonder if when we talk about a super clean burn down the edges of a jar, as if that is a totally desirable thing, which it is a positive thing, absolutely. I wonder sometimes if candle makers take that to mean, oh, we better do a thicker, stronger wick that will make it so it heats up so much there'll never be any residue down the side. For me, I would rather have a little residue and not have the soot that almost requires you to have to do like repainting in the room where you burn your candles over time and over years and months of, you know, even like for people who don't tend to trim a wick. So, oh dear, I'm getting a little lengthy, so let's kind of close this out. My husband said this was okay. He's like, you know, it's all right. Like ho-hum. I thought he might love this, but there's not a lot of positive feedback on this. It was a pretty candle to burn, and it was kind of a good bathroom candle. Good in one sense. I wasn't in the vicinity of it a ton. I mean, so the view of it, the image of it is beautiful. But for the reasons I usually buy candles, I probably won't be repurchasing this. And that's just because of the really intense, strong smell. It's just a little too much for me, the combo of the fragrances. So, sorry it's not a more positive review. For those that want further possible positive reviews, I can say this. Go to yankeecandle.com, and there is a ton of positive reviews on this candle, I think. Positive and at least neutral. The people that feel like me are very minimal. So let that be an encouragement to those who might think it's a bummer of a review for maybe a possible favorite candle of yours. Those are just my thoughts. Thank you for tuning in, and have a great day. Bye-bye.